It feels like it's been a hot minute.
I think that's because we haven't actually sat down in these chairs for quite a while. And that's because last week's episode with Orlando Accomplice, we were sat downstairs because the upstairs was so hot. And this is obviously where our little podcast studio / Chloe's office / craft room / everything else is. But it's so much cooler in the UK, and we are surviving and thriving.
Yes,
Both
I've got
thriving,
bangs
actually.
now.
You got bangs. Bang, girl.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang into the room. How are you, Chloe?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
I'm good. I still haven't been given the all clear on being able to talk about what I'm doing next month.
But it's a surprise.
Well, it is a surprise, but
It's not another trip, the two of us, by the way. So don't worry.
The two of us.
Yeah,
I might email them on Monday, which is tomorrow, and be like, "Hi, am I able to talk about this now, please?"
Please.
Because I would like to tell people. Thank you. So, apart from that, I am pretty good. Busy as always. I've got a very busy week, and I'm all over the place of work.
Yeah, you are.
This week, I'm down at Battersea.
Yeah.
They've got a new Virgin store opening up there.
A little flagship.
And they've got a pop-up event. So, if anyone's at Battersea on Thursday, the 20th...
Or Saturday.
26th, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know my dates
Something
at
like
the moment.
that.
It's just all busy.
And then I'm there Thursday and Saturday. I am there doing something. I'm not quite sure what at this time, but lovely. Might try and see a show on Thursday.
Seems like
night.
Everything's a mystery at the moment. That's what I'm going to say.
And it feels that way with me because I've got a lot of things to do in prep for our next trip.
Yeah.
And I want to do a packing video and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But because I've actually got something else going on before that,
Yeah, I know that me and Chloe always talk about being busy, but
this is a new level.
I think at the moment, like, I feel as busy as I was leading up to the wedding at the moment, but it's just all work commitments because I am so booked up with tuition and things like that, which is wonderful. Don't get me wrong. Disney dollars going in the bank. But goodness
guys,
me,
when
it's
I
busy.
Say what is happening next month is going to be the craziest busy. There's a day in there which is just insane.
Yeah.
You know the day I'm talking about?
Oh, I know the day. And
I just go, everyone's like, you're insane. And I'm like,
well,
yeah.
What I'm kind of hoping as well, by the way, is depending on when we can announce that news, it will probably be next week's episode where we actually start talking about the trip.
Oh, God, we also need to prep because I'm not going to...
everything like that.
Oh, we need to get on top of our podcast game.
I am well aware.
Oh, see, I'm not. And I've just realised. Yeah, wow.
That's why you don't need to worry because I've already thought this through. I've got the ideas.
Thank you so
Everything is kind of flowing. But
amazing.
Yeah,
How are you, Stephen?
Yeah, do you know what? I feel so good right now because I am ridiculously busy. But I was talking to Nick Carter about this the other day, actually. And it's like when you know that you're so close to a trip, you feel like every hour of because, I mean, I work for myself, but like every hour of overtime, every hour that I do is like another kind of ching into the bank that I know is going to go towards like Halloween Horror Nights food.
Phantom Punch.
It's going to go towards hotel stays. It's going to go towards like absolutely everything. And that just makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
But I also really need to start because I think we're going to talk about our trip in more detail on Wednesday night because we just need to find some time to talk about it, plan it out, iron out the details.
On the podcast?
No, not on the podcast. Ooh. But yeah, we need to kind of go through that in as much detail as possible. And then I feel like I've got a bit more grounding in terms of this trip and what's happening. But speaking of what's happening, D23.
That's what we're here to talk about, guys.
There's been so many things announced. We are genuinely talking about a smorgasbord, a plethora of announcements coming to these Disney parks.
What was that first one you said?
A smorgasbord.
What? Huh?
Smorgasbord,
Never
as in like a grand display of plethora, meaning like a lot of. Sorry, I'm using all my fancy. Can you tell I'm in tuition mode at the moment? But like we have genuinely had so many announcements.
Yes.
It's hard to keep up with them.
Yes.
So I almost want you to think of this episode as like an elongated, elaborated version of Inside the Gates.
Why are we using so many big words?
Okay.
I've been at work all day.
Today's episode is about all of the announcements that came from D23, and there are a lot of them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's better. That is translatable for me.
You are good. So the way that we've split this episode is Chloe's gone away and planned everything to do with sort of the films that were announced, which was on
some TV stuff.
I want to say it was on the Friday or the Saturday was all of that. And then obviously all the park stuff came later. And I've covered all of the Disney parks and all of their announcements. And we're going to talk about everything in loads of detail.
So I think,
I was about to say it's a sip of wine. We are starting to become a little bit more, I don't know, accompanied by said glass of wine or said cocktail. Yeah. And it was a load of fun when we did it with Orlando Accomplice. We had
guys,
a couple of margaritas. It was wonderful.
Yeah, we went and refilled the margs, and it was lovely. And there are some drinks at Halloween Horror Nights. I know we're not talking about it right now, and I'm sure we actually are going to have an episode soon with our friend Liam. We need to get it booked in. He's done a Halloween Horror Nights episode with us the last couple of years, and we love chatting with him about it.
He's like our anniversary of Halloween Horror Nights guy.
He is. So, and he actually moves to Orlando soon to
Which
work
is crazy.
for Disney. So I would like to try and get him on before
100%.
he goes. So we'll talk about it more then about all the food and drink, but there are some good tequila-based
Yeah, now that we've got full announcements of nearly every single detail, and probably by the time that we record that, there is going to be like, you're going to be able to watch people going to the event.
Yes.
So I think we'll probably do a Halloween Horror Nights update episode
Yes.
very much nearer the time when it
Although,
opens.
for all of those concerned about my sister, who's very scared of these things, she did Monsters Unchained at Epic Universe. It did not go well.
Yes, the ride photo is going on the fridge.
Yes,
is all
we
I'm
get a fridge
saying.
magnet of it. So, so yes,
Right.
Still concerned.
Chloe, let's jump into the film
Oh, we can do that
portion
first.
of this.
I would also like
if
to
that's
say
okay.
that I took the additional time to put them into release date order for you.
Oh, she is good.
I couldn't get them all in release date order as I was finding them all,
Yeah.
but then wrote them all and then went through them all and put them into date release.
So when have they roughly gone up to at this point? Are they
There
announced
are
up till
some
maybe
with
2029,
no
2030?
release dates.
Okay,
November 29.
cool.
We've got
I
something
thought we were going
for.
roughly up to 30.
It's sort of everything until late 28. We have like exact dates for pretty much a lot
Okay,
of it.
cool.
So we'll start at the very beginning. We all know about this one. Hexed is coming out in November 25th, 2026. We've spoken about it
The
before.
trailer looked really, really cool for
Yep.
this, and I'm always a big fan of like fantasy and plays on traditional storytelling tropes. So
I'm not talking about it too
sounds
much
good.
because that one's been out for quite a while.
Yeah.
That's not new
and
knowledge.
we have spoken about it in Inside the Gates as well.
And again, Avengers Doomsday is
Yeah.
coming out
I think-
December 18th, 2026. I will be going on that day.
How are you feeling about Doomsday, given now that we've got proper trailers and everything like that?
Right, actually, we'll quickly say this could be a slight spoiler for the Spider-Man film if you haven't seen it. So,
Yeah, if you haven't seen
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man, skip forward maybe 30 seconds.
yeah. So, as we all know, it was shown with Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. Is
Yes.
that her name? Yes. So, I think I need to get in on the X-Men, like previous. I'm missing some X-Men knowledge.
Yeah, and I think one of the things to also bear in
And
mind
Fantastic
is that
Four
we know
knowledge.
that we're getting the old Fox X-Men with it. We know that we're getting the sort of traditional Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also getting some of like Deadpool universe as well.
Yes.
We're kind of getting a lot of
So I need
things
to
coming
recap
together.
on some of that. But there was like a more like they showed a few more additional pieces from
Yeah.
the movie, and there was a moment where like Thor's going to attack Doom, and then Doctor Doom turns around and goes, "Hell answers to me, for I am Doom."
Mm.
And I thought, wow,
Yeah, so it's a good
That's
trailer, but
gotta
also
good.
I don't feel like they're giving too much away at this
I'm
point.
so excited though. But yeah, I will be there December 18th. I don't know what day of the week that is, but I will be there.
Yeah, if we can go in the daytime, I'd love to go in the daytime as
Yeah.
early as possible.
10 a.m.
It's going to be absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. We have then got Ice Age Boiling Point, February
Yeah.
5th, 2027.
Can I be honest?
Are you an Ice Age person?
I tell you what, the first time I saw the original Ice Age, thought it was great. Second one, I was like, oh, okay. Started to get into the third and like the Dino one and everything like that, and I just think it's one of those things that's been milked to high heaven,
once
and I don't get it.
Watched it at a kids club in either Greece or Turkey, but it was in Spanish, so I
El Isejo.
don't actually know what happened. But yeah, it's going to be the dinosaur sort of like Lost World,
Sure.
but I have a new character who's like a Jurassic like twist on the Scrat
Yeah.
character
I mean,
who everyone loves.
It sounds silly. I don't care.
Okay, all right.
In all honesty.
There's another film. This one does sound quite good. March 5th, 2027. Gato.
This is
Gatto
the
Gato,
this
how
is
would
the
you say
cat
it?
of
Mark Ruffalo.
in Italy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo
Mark
in Italy.
Ruffalo voices the cat.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, so basically the film
Cat
follows
attack.
a street smart Venetian stray cat, Nero, voiced by Mark Ruffalo, who winds up indebted to a cat mob boss, Rocco, who is voiced by Lawrence Fishburne?
Lawrence Fishburne.
From like The Matrix.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like given, but they just don't. the cats look really funny for those people.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
the animation style is
Yeah.
really, really interesting
And
from this one.
they find friendship with a street musician called Maya. That's all I can tell you about it. But it is directed by the same person who directed Luca.
Very nice.
So
And
there
I
you go.
loved Luca as well. So
That one sounds
Yeah.
quite good. But we say Gato or Gatto? Gatto.
I don't know. Gatto? No.
Gatto.
Well, gatto just makes me think of the chocolate dessert, so it doesn't really.
We then have got Star Wars Starfighter coming out May 28th, 2027.
Ryan Gosling?
Yes.
Yes.
And Flynn Grey.
Cool.
Don't know who that is. Flynn Grey is the young boy.
I'm not a massive Star Wars person, so
basically,
again,
the trailer just shows this kid playing with a decommissioned Starfighter jet,
mhm.
and then Gosling tells him off, and then
naughty,
there's some more
naughty,
Star
get
Wars
away
stuff.
from the Star
but it
Wars.
is a standalone. There's no ties to the saga.
Yeah, so uses the universe but doesn't kind of
No,
connect in any way.
not
So it's
really.
not doing what Rogue One did, where it was obviously like tying into episode
Correct.
4.
Something for August the 6th, 2027.
Mm-hmm.
The Bluey movie. Very excited. Although it is like CGI animation, so it's different
Okay.
to the animation of the cartoon.
Sorry, I just pulled a face then. I was like,
I think it doesn't look too bad though. You know, sometimes it looks really different. It doesn't
Yeah.
look too dissimilar, but
Yeah.
it is not going to be like.
yeah, I don't want it to look like
cartoon.
Cocomelon and give me nightmares and things like that. Do you know
No,
what I mean?
I think it'll be fine.
Thank goodness.
We've then also got September 3rd, 2027. Couldn't find out loads about what actually is going to happen in this, but the new Simpsons movie.
Yeah,
I actually liked the Simpsons movie when it came out back in the day. That was good.
I think
yeah.
I think one of the things that's kind of happening with The Simpsons, though, ever so slowly, is it is fading. It is kind of dying out. I'm like, I wonder whether this movie is another chance of being like, can we recapture people's attention with
I always
The
think
Simpsons?
it's interesting that you have D23 announcing a Simpson movie, but Simpsons land over in Universal.
It is
conflict
very,
of
very
interest right
confusing.
there.
And then you've also had for Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood, you've got Treehouse of
Yes.
Horror. Incredible.
That is
what
gonna
an
be
announcement.
insane.
That is my Simpsons. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
That's exciting.
Give me that and Hit and Run. Did you ever play that? Simpsons Hit and Run?
Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness, what a game. There's Matt Groening actually in an interview recently turned around and said, you know, will you ever remake it? And he went, I believe there's some talks happening. And I'm like, get it
Do it.
done.
Do it, absolutely.
That game is phenomenal.
We then have for November 24th, 2027, around my birthday, Frozen 3. Very excited. They had Kristen Bell and Adele Dazeem come out on stage, and they sang it was the normal where the north wind meets the sea, but that's going to be like the song of Frozen 3. It's going to come back around. Olaf had a song about his love interest of who is Samantha, and then
I love that they're Samantha, by the way.
I love it. And then you've got the villain that arrived,
who surprisingly, like, one of the things with the Frozen films is that it's almost seemed as if like they're always fighting inner battles, whereas this feels like an actual genuine threat to them. And actually, the little glimpse that we got, where obviously Olaf is kind of like holding some flowers and being like, "The next person I meet is I'm going to marry," and then obviously sees this like terrifying woman, and it's like, maybe the next person I see. It's so
why
good.
do you sound like Pennywise?
I think there's. Can I be honest? I think there's a fine line. It's like, yeah, I don't have a skull or bones. Want a balloon? It's just a little bit more like throaty, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay.
And then 31st of March 2028. Very exciting. Tangled live action. I think this is going to be really good for the live actions. We've got Tegan Croft as Rapunzel.
Mm-hmm.
Milo Manheim.
Mannheim.
How do you say it?
I don't know. Right, you're the one with all the things in front of
this
you,
is what
and I
you
don't
gave
know.
me. I thought of people's names. There you go.
Yeah, Mannheim.
Mannheim, thank you.
You're welcome.
Flynn Rider, and then Catherine Hahn, say that one, as
Yeah.
Mother Gothel. Fantastic casting. And I
Yeah.
think what's really good is that although she is obviously a well-known name, I think she's also that is Mother Gothel. Like, it's not like, oh, they've just picked someone with a name to sort of fill the role, but
100%.
she 100% fits it. Very, very excited. Will Mandy Moore make an appearance, do you think?
I think Mandy Moore will do exactly what Jodie Benson did in the live action of Little Mermaid, where I think we will see a tiny cameo, maybe someone who, like, I don't know, sells her the lantern, or like they see when they're wandering the sort of streets of the kingdom.
Sells them
I
the
think
lantern.
like a nice little nod
That
will
would
be there.
nice.
No one prominent like the sort of parents or anything like
Yeah.
that. I don't feel.
We
But
then,
no, it looks fantastic.
Looks really good. And then we've also got coming in spring 2028, so no exact date, Ghost Market.
Ghost
a
Market.
spooky
Oh, I don't
film.
know Gas Market.
Gasp.
Gas Market.
Gasp. The market.
Gas, the market. There's a ghost.
This all I can really tell you about it is Kyle, a young boy living in Hawaii, stumbles upon a haunted market. Gonna be a little bit spooky. And I think it's one of Disney's first like ghost films.
Okay.
Like obviously Haunted Mansion and stuff, but like a
Coco with like ghost elements, I suppose.
This is a little bit more spooky kind of style. A cartoon. Don't really know much more about it.
Okay.
And then in May the 5th, be with you.
Doesn't work, does it?
May the 4th. We've got the X-Men film coming out.
Yes.
Now, this is going to be lots of names, so I'm really sorry. We've got Sadie Sink will be coming in as Jean
Grey.
Grey. And then we've got Christopher Abbott as Professor X.
Mm-hmm.
Maya Bode?
Yeah, Maya Bode.
As Storm. Oh, Indy Navarrete.
Navarrete.
Is that the person who played in
That is
Obsession?
Succession. No, not Succession. Obsession.
Obsession.
I'm just thinking about the Eshen, sorry.
She is playing Rogue.
Yep.
Samara Weaving as Emma Frost.
Yep.
Kit Connor as Cyclops, and Adam Driver as the villain Nathaniel Milbury.
Yes.
Can we just say, guys, how well did I say all those names?
You did very, very well.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So Adam Driver is playing Mr. Sinister.
Okay.
I
don't know anything about this. Would
No,
you
you're all
recommend
good.
I watch anything before watching this film to get an idea?
I think it's probably like if you're trying to clue yourself up on X-Men, it might be worth us watching the classics because you're going to see quite a few of those in Doomsday anyway.
What one have we watched?
So we watched First Class. We need to watch X-Men, X2, and then X-Men 3.
Okay.
And then you want to go do First Class. I'll be honest, they get a bit all over the place, but it's probably worth watching.
Do you know what?
Days of Future Past
I
and
will
also Dark Phoenix and
leave it with you.
Sure.
You tell me what to watch and we'll watch them.
Sounds good.
That's our next marathon.
We will do it.
We then have May 28th, so same month, 2028. We have got Lilo and Stitch 2, live action again.
Interesting.
And Angel will be in it.
I was going to say the little female pink Stitch.
The pink alien that
The
everyone
pinky
loves.
Stitch.
Angel will be making an appearance. And then Incredibles 3 in June 16th, 2028, which is going to be the first Incredible movie not directed by Brad Bird.
Yeah.
Do you know who it's going to be directed by?
No, who is it?
It is by Peter Son, who directed Elemental.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. So,
Fair
still
enough.
great director.
Yeah, they kind of like teased who the villain was going to be, and everyone's saying that it's it's one of the heroes from, what's it called? From like Rob's past, right? Robert Parr's past.
Okay.
So you know when you see all those ones.
Rob's past. You're
Yeah.
on a first name basis. Do you mean Mr. Incredible?
Yeah.
Rob Parr.
Rob's past.
No, you.
Rob Parr's past. You know, put some respect on that name.
I think that's crazy that you just called him Rob.
Me and Rob go way back.
That's Mr. Incredible to you.
Well,
Bloody
sure.
hell, jeez. Right. This next film coming out November 2028 it sounds silly to me.
November 2028. You'll be 31.
And I don't think, thank you.
You're welcome.
Actually, I think I'll be 30 by the time this one comes out. And I don't think I'll spend my 30th watching this. This film is called Clay.
Slay Clay.
Clay, which is directed by the person who's directing Hexed.
Okay.
Great. And it is set in a magical forest. And it actually has Kieran Culkin, who is the brother of...
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, him. And he is the misfit Flip, so it's cartoon. But he's chosen to mentor a living ball of clay named Mushy. But unfortunately for Mushy, Flip is not at all ready to take on such a task.
Oh, Mushy. Mushy has just lost me, to be honest.
The fact... Do you know what I mean? I read it and went, really?
Sure.
Clay.
Yeah.
A film about a piece of
Yeah.
clay.
Young boy is in nursery, finds an enchanted piece of Play-Doh, makes it into lots of things. I don't know. It just doesn't.
This is now. So
doesn't
I'm
grip
really
me.
hoping I eat my words. And,
Oh.
and years when I'm
I
30,
really hope I eat my clay.
when I'm 30, I turn around and go, Clay's my new favourite Disney film. You
Yeah.
never know.
You never know.
But from the outset, Clay it amused me.
Clay slay or no slay?
Yes.
Who knows?
And then November 2029, so we're jumping a whole year.
A year?
We then have Coco 2, which I'm a little bit intrigued by.
Well, let's call it Miguel Gets a Haircut.
Yeah, why? I don't think I like how he. I thought, why is he?
Slick Miguel walking through the streets. Slick Miguel. Do you know what? He looks like the kind of person now with that kind of new hairstyle that he's kind of like, you know, the sort of person that will just like click and point at you. It's like, I'm Miguel.
Do you think so?
Un poco loco.
Okay. But what I don't understand
Okay.
is the actor Benjamin Bratt.
Yes.
Do you like how I said that?
I did.
Bratt.
Yeah.
He was on the D23 stage because
Sure.
he's returning as Ernesto de la Cruz.
De la Cruz.
De la Cruz, sorry. Who I thought was dead. I thought he died.
When you're dead, can you die again?
I thought he did.
In that world, can you die again?
He crushed by the bell in real life.
Yes, he crushed by the bell.
He was not saved by the bell, crushed by the bell. So how's he coming back? But apparently he's on a warpath to find Miguel.
Well, I'm not surprised. Ring a ding ding.
But he's coming back. I thought he was gone for good this time.
De la
no,
Cruz.
he's coming back. And
Back from the dead.
Because I was at work with Mia and I was like, that's the musician guy. That's the baddie. And she's like, is it? Like, I'm pretty sure. Good, like, that's him. And then we were both like, she watched it last night. I thought, tell me, am I forgetting this? Like,
am I forgetting this?
Did he die? No, he got killed by the bell again. And I thought, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or did he just get stopped in his tracks?
Who knows? We then have, with no release date, Princess Diaries 3.
Miracles
Anne Hathaway
happen.
will be returning. Bom, bom, bom.
Love her,
Julie
by the way.
Andrews will not be returning.
No, Julie Andrews... Well, everyone got the scare that Julie Andrews was nearly dead when they decided to do a documentary on her next year, so...
What I like, though, is Anne Hathaway got on stage and she was saying, you know, like, the company cares so much about what they put out there. We want to make sure it's all right. So I know it's been a long time, but thank you for giving us the time and we want to make sure this is right. And I thought,
I just think she is such
she
a wholesome
Arsenal,
human being.
that's why.
And she's an Arsenal supporter.
We then have a Hulu film being released.
Okay.
Called Romy and Michelle 2, which is a sequel to Romy and Michelle High School Reunion, starring Lisa Kudrow and Mira Sorvino.
Okay. You're doing really great with the actors, but I've also never heard of that film in the first place.
I've never heard of Lisa Kudrow. I thought,
no.
Phoebe.
Smelly cat.
It was a 1997 film. They're doing a sequel.
Okay.
Sure. And then, no release date. Very excited. Zootopia 3.
Yep.
It looks like it's going to be about birds. I don't like birds. Will not be watching it in 3D. But I love Zootopia. So, very excited for that. But it will be... Did you know Zootopia 2 is the highest earning Hollywood animated film ever?
Yeah. It absolutely smashed records.
1.8 billion.
Yeah.
Insane.
It was crazy, but also fantastic film.
Phenomenal film. So yeah, very excited for that. And then I've got a few TV things I'll quickly mention.
Yeah, reel them off.
Kingdom Hearts is getting an animated TV show,
which I know people are very excited about. I've never played the games. I feel like I want to be a bit nostalgic and try them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson and the Olympians season 3.
Nice.
I'm sure it's from the book, so if you know the films, you sort of know what that's going to be about. Oswald, which is going to be written and directed by Jon Favreau. Yeah, Favreau.
Well done.
And the series combines live action footage and hand-drawn 2D animation.
Love that combination.
That looks really good. You then got Scrubs season 2, or the reboot.
Yep.
Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2.
Which I really enjoyed, by the way.
Yeah?
Do you remember I watched that series?
You did. You really enjoyed it.
I loved the animation style.
Spidey and His Amazing Friend. That is a kids' TV show.
Oh.
The Imagineering Story season 2. Phenomenal. Vision Quest. I'm very excited about Vision Quest. That looks really good because it's also got why is the magician
why
is Jim treating the magician poorly?
I can't remember
James
his name.
Spader. James Spader. Thank you.
Well
I like how we both knew the reference.
Why are Chloe and Stephen forgetting my name?
And then we've got another Star Wars program. What's her name?
Ahsoka,
thank you.
That's okay.
I was going to say Osaka, but that's a place in Japan. So I knew it was wrong.
Different.
It's not. It doesn't sound that different. But season 2, I just look at her and went, Charlotte dressed up as her once.
Yeah, Ahsoka.
And that's all I remember. And that is everything, TV and film.
Well done,
I'm going to put this down now, my iPad, so I can now drink my wine.
Exactly. You get to enjoy your wine and you also get to now just bask in the glory that is everything coming to the parks.
That's my section
Although saying that, anything film-wise that is kind of, what are you really excited for on the ones that you've just listed?
Doomsday.
100%.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
And Frozen 3.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited for. And of course, Clay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Chocolate Gatto myself. I think, I've actually been really excited about Gato, whatever. Somebody help me. But I've been really excited for that because I think, yeah, it's just I like the fact when Pixar get a little bit experimental. Not elemental, experimental. It just, I like this kind of return to, because it's almost like a kind of 3D yet 2D. It's kind of like a hybrid. It looks really, really interesting. But when I tell you, we ended up getting so many updates from Disney World and I was going to say theme parks worldwide. It's just the Disney parks. But we got so many updates. So I'm going to power through these with reasonable pace, but then I'm also going to pause and kind of ask questions and give as much detail as I possibly can. So we did actually kickstart D23 with an announcement about Carousel of Progress. We got the kind of final update in terms of when it's going to be opening. So it's going to be opening in late spring 2027.
Gorgeous.
So quite a quick turnaround. We got a lovely sort of picture or an artist concept of what the sort of 1980 version is going to be. And you've got all the kind of classic Halloween decorations. But perhaps one of the biggest updates that we actually got is that we've got new voices for the characters. So we've got...
We do.
Yeah, so we've got the mother and father are going to be played by Jamie Lee Curtis and Bryan Cranston. Which,
very exciting.
if you actually look, I'm going to kind of zoom in on him here. That just looks like Bryan Cranston.
It does. It does, very much so.
It looks like you've literally just put
I think it's going to be really good.
I think you've just put a gilet on his...
A gilet.
It's a gilet over like the opening scene of Breaking Bad.
It is.
Because he's in that kind of checkered shirt. So yeah, Carousel of Progress, looking forward to the updates and seeing how things have changed. Perhaps one of the biggest updates that we got, or should I say the biggest replacements that we're probably going to get, is that the Yeti is finally returning.
Okay.
Go on, what are your theories here, Chloe?
We talked about this the other day, and actually I will say I'm taking this theory from our good friend Charlotte Fage. She said it, I went, very good point. They did not say we are fixing the Yeti.
No.
They said the Yeti will move again.
Yes.
So I think they're going to replace the Yeti. She said it, and I'm agreeing.
Can I tell you what I think would be a terrific idea? I think
Two Yetis.
I think put in a brand new Yeti. I would put in a brand new one at the place where you should, so that we don't get essentially that strobe effect. And I would almost be half tempted, like after the queue, maybe do you build like a little cavern or something and hide the other Yeti so there's like a photo pass opportunity? I think it would be really cool, just so that you can actually see the scale of it, because that thing is awesome.
Huge. It's quite scary though.
Yeah, it is quite scary, but who knows?
But yeah, I think they're going to replace it.
Yeah. In terms of other updates, so again, I kind of start this part of the episode with loads of updates about...
It's all updates.
No,
this
I know
whole episode is updates.
No, I know it's all updates, but some of them are updates to existing rides. That's what I meant. Some of them are updates to existing rides.
Here's another update.
Here's another update.
Guys, I also have another update.
Yeah.
One more update. Actually,
Looking
no,
at the
another
title
update.
of this episode, and it's like the updates from D23. No, so this is a sort of refurbishment again. So similar to what we've already had. And it's actually a return to Spaceship Earth. Now, I'm going to kind of take this one a little bit tentatively. And I think that's because obviously this was originally planned as a COVID refurbishment and then they never got around to doing it. So I'm sitting there going, I think it will happen this time.
Yep.
But we've actually got a little bit more clarity over what they're going to focus on. So this major refurb is going to be a newer version that focuses on human connection whilst remaining a journey through time. So again... I wonder how things are going to kind of adapt and change, because a lot of it's all about obviously communication at the moment. Are they going to completely gut certain scenes? Are they going to move through time a little bit quicker? I don't really know at this stage. Are we maybe going to have something a little bit more instead of us sort of pressing those buttons and returning back? Are we maybe going to have some scenes around there and they'll finally clear where the old sort of spaceships are? Who knows at this stage? But again, they haven't really given a time scale for this one. They just said it's going to happen, which is why I take this with a pinch of salt, because obviously they said, UK Pavilion, Mary Poppins, it's going to happen at some point. So sometimes they're conceptual, sometimes they give actual timelines. So I'm taking this one with a pinch of salt. Another update when it comes to actually Epcot itself is that Figment is reuniting with Dreamfinder. So we're getting the update that lots of people, to be honest, have been yearning for since 1998, which was the last time the Dreamfinder made an appearance with Figment. So again, are you excited for Figment and his reuniting?
I am in a strange way.
Yeah?
Like I think it needs an update.
Yeah.
I think it's been the same for a very long time. I think it's ready for an update. And I think I don't hate the ride. I'm not like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. I go on it every trip, but I'm not like a big Figment fan, but I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I think I certainly feel like with certain technology elements and classics within Epcot, we need those updates to keep them relevant, because obviously that's kind of the basis of the park itself, to be honest with you. Shifting over to Animal Kingdom, though, we got some great updates from the Tropical Americas, including a Harrison Ford animatronic, which is going to be quite nice. I certainly hope it's a classic Harrison Ford and not like what he's like now. You imagine just like a little fragile Harrison Ford.
I don't think he's that fragile.
He's reasonably
compared
immobile
to what he was in his days for.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Put it this way.
Wait.
I don't think he's going to catch his hat if he tried now.
I've got one more film announcement. They didn't announce it at
How dare
D23.
you.
No, but I saw on Instagram this morning.
Go on.
National Treasure 3's coming.
Is it confirmed?
It's confirmed.
I would like you to find that as I'm talking away at this, because that is ridiculously
Sorry,
exciting.
yeah, no, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
I remember just seeing it on Instagram this morning, being like, "You're kidding me."
Yeah, I was going to say, if that's not D23 worthy, then I don't know what is. But yes, basically, we have an official title for the Indiana Jones ride that is coming to replace Dinosaur, and it's called Indiana Jones and the Myth of the Jade Serpent. So, yeah, we got some more details in terms of that. So, according to local folklore, there's a hidden passage that leads to the Mayan underworld, guarded by a mythical giant serpent, which I believe is called the Sukan. And you can, throughout your journey with Indiana Jones, you're going to have to escape giant scorpions, bats, and, of course, snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Right. Really quickly, National Treasure 3, it's in the works. The franchise director reveals it's finally real, and very happy to say Nicolas Cage is returning for the number 3 as well.
Oh, we've got
I
to
don't
save the
think
Declaration of Independence.
there is he said, I think when was it? It was that I can't remember exactly where he said it, but basically the director said that I was thinking of mentioning this tonight, and I'll say it tonight. And it was a live recording of the National Treasure Hunt podcast in Philadelphia.
Love it.
Don't know if you know
Absolutely love it.
National Treasure Hunt podcast. And he put, "It's happening. You were the first people I said this to out loud."
Incredible.
So I think it's still going to be early stages, but it's happening, guys. And it was number 9 on my top Disney films, or number 10, I think.
Yeah, you're crazy.
It's a great film.
It is a great film.
Sorry, wasn't announced at D23, but I think next D23 we'll get told more about it.
We'll have Nicolas Cage come out holding his Declaration of
Do you know
Independence
what?
high.
That would be so good.
Right, so
continue.
That's all right. So sticking with the Tropical Americas, so we also got a lot more detail over pretty much every attraction that's coming to the land. So apart from Indiana Jones and the Myth of the Jade Serpent, we're also getting El Carrusel de los Animalitos, which I think I've done quite well.
That was very good.
Basically, the
Better than I would have done.
Carousel of Animals. So this is going to feature, and they showed a lot of the images from this, and I thought they were really clever with how they've kind of included a lot of like Disney nods throughout it. So it's going to include 22 hand-carved animals that are inspired by Disney and Pixar stories.
Wow.
So it's going to include Scuttle, Squirt, Pua, Pascal, Simba, Eeyore, and a lot more. So they're almost like kind of carved versions of these kind of key animal characters.
Love that.
They look absolutely amazing as well.
It's going to be good.
And there's also going to be a new play area that is located just next to it as well. So I'm really glad that we're getting something in place of the Boneyard. And then we also got some really, really cool updates when it comes to stepping inside the casita, which is called Antonio's Fiesta de Encanto.
Me encanto.
Me encanto.
Me
now,
encanto.
what has got me really, really curious is actually some of the concept artwork here. Because
Talking about the steps again.
I am. So it looks like it's going to be like a trackless ride, which, don't get me wrong, I love, because I think it gives you the unpredictability of not knowing where you're going to be going. But the image that they've released is like you going into the casita, but you go up some steps. I'm like, how you make this work?
No, it's going to be flat.
It looks like it's going to be pretty
steps,
cool.
but it's going to be actually flat.
Well,
and you're going to go up.
I still think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
but Disney also released loads of wonderful footage of the original cast getting back together and recording dialogue for it. So that looks incredible. And we've got a little bit more information on it. So when you enter the magical house, you board ride vehicles that represent different pieces of furniture powered by casita, and you will move through rooms, ending in Antonio's room, which has been transformed into a rainforest with more than 50 animals. So again,
Whoa.
I think we're getting like a nice big sort of immersive land that is almost going to be like that final scene from Tiana's.
Yes.
I think we're going to get something like that.
Gorgeous.
And I think that's going to be
Lovely.
awesome. And wonderful thing to note with this one, no height requirement.
Really?
So you can go on it at any age, which I
Pretty sure
thought
Mickey
was,
and Minnie's you can as well.
which I thought was really, really cool.
That is cool.
Moving over to Piston Peak, though, we've got Cars Ridge Run Rally. And they love their alliteration,
They
and
do.
it continues. So this is going to be where you compete for the fastest lap in the West, and you're going to climb up the mountain. And once you reach the snow-covered peak, you're going to plummet down and navigate the geyser field. So going through a lot of varied terrain, which we've obviously seen with the testing vehicles that have been going around this. And then there'll be a sprint to the finish line where you are met by Lightning McQueen and Mater, who are covering the race for Racing Sports Network, which I really, really like. Now, something that's maybe not as exciting coming to Piston Peak, but again, maybe this is because barely anyone watched Cars 3, is that you're going to have Miss Fritter's Daredevil Spin Along, which I suppose is going to kind of be like the ride in California Adventure.
Like the Mater one.
Yeah, like the Mater one, but it's going to feature Miss Fritter, who was a school bus animatronic in the Cars 3.
Oh.
I've never seen Cars 3. Can't say I know them as a character. In
You ever seen Cars 3?
In all honesty, no.
Interesting.
No.
You should watch
Yeah.
it.
It's going to be
all
quite
right.
interesting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I'm going to scoot over to the land that has me more excited than anything in the world, and I think that's mainly because we got full details of absolutely everything. Now, I am of course talking about Monstropolis. So. Let me start you off with the fact that Randy Newman has written a brand new song called
Gorgeous.
Welcome to Monstropolis, which is going to actually be the first song that he has ever written for a theme park. All of his
Really?
songs have just been for films, though, haven't they? So this is the first time it's for an original land, which I love. There is going to be... We finally got actual clarity. Now, there was loads of rumours about Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor potentially coming over to the Globe Theatre, but it's actually going to be a completely original show called Welcome to Monstropolis.
It looks like a 4D show.
It looks like it's going to be 4D. I'm imagining that this is probably going to be a way more advanced version of something like the Zootopia Better Together / obviously Muppet Vision 3D.
You say more advanced, but that didn't come out that long ago.
All I'm going to say is I think they, judging by what I can see from the sort of reveals, now this is obviously going to be hosted by Mike and Sully, but it seems as if, or my prediction would be that it's going to feature a lot more audio animatronics in it, rather than obviously the Clawhouser that you have in
But it's going to be,
Zootopia.
Assuming where Muppets 3D was.
Oh, it is. That's
Yeah.
absolutely confirmed. Yeah, absolutely confirmed.
Good.
They're using
I mean,
the
a good
same
size space as well.
Obviously, Pizza Rizzo is also becoming a pizza joint again. So it's Archie Scares Pig Pizza. Again, it's got a
Easy for them.
weird little mascot. So a lot of this is kind of being literally translated from what was already there to, what is now going to be there, to be honest. We're also going to be able to go into the Monsters University Alumni Club, which is kind of a little walk-through attraction where you're going to see legendary scarers, so more of a kind of museum aspect.
Yeah, cool.
Which sounds cool. You've got the Scareporium, which is going to be the kind of main shop over there.
Fantastic.
And then you've also got the Harryhausen's restaurant, where they've revealed that they're going to have a full-scale audio animatronic of the octopus who does all the
Phenomenal.
sushi in the actual
I
restaurant
love
itself.
that.
I wonder whether that's going to be slightly interactive.
Do you think the guests will get jealous because people will think the octopus is supposed to cook the food and they haven't?
Who knows?
And they'll be like, this darn octopus taking all the credit. Do you think?
Probably not.
Okay. That's how I'd feel.
Although the only thing, and I think I like the fact that they're keeping this under wraps quite a lot.
The ride?
We didn't really get much about the Doors coaster.
Apart from you go from the ground up in 4 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to be hoisted 40 feet in the air in 4 seconds before going into the
It's
going to
be
ride
so
itself.
good.
Now, what is even nicer is that they've confirmed that it's opening in 2027. So we are literally talking about... I mean, my honest prediction is that I think they're going to open it around August, September next year.
Okay.
That would be my prediction. What's yours?
June.
You reckon?
Because I think they're going to want it for the summer.
Well, actually...
Or May at an absolute
Can I be
push.
honest? I love that prediction. the only reason I say is that they tend to do a lot of their openings in Hollywood studios
May
at
and
the
June.
end of May, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good point, actually, Chloe.
That's what I'd like, really.
That would be so
if I'm
good.
honest.
That would be so good. We also got way more updates, and again, this is something that we were seeking before. We get way more updates when it comes to Villain's Land.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, we've actually got a little bit more clarity about how the land came to be, and it's the idea of you stepping into a dark forest where you're going to encounter a wishing well. And once upon a time, someone made a wish of that wishing well, and all the evil kind of spread from that wishing well. So I kind of get the vibe of a little bit like in Epic Universe. Yeah, where you kind of step through a portal, except it's not going to be a portal. It's going to be like you see this kind of maybe smaller moment, and then it reveals the kind of larger land is what the vibe I'm getting. Now, they've said and confirmed that it's going to be the same size and scale as Galaxy's Edge.
Okay.
So good amount of size. And we also got clarity over the fact that we're getting a Maleficent-themed coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where you're going to kind of travel through her castle, Enchanted Briar, everything like that. And then you're also getting this really intrigues me, is the Mirror Realm Dark Ride.
Yeah,
which,
I'm excited
when you
for
actually
that.
see the artwork for this actually looks like it could be either trackless or a boat ride. Not really sure at the moment.
I think trackless makes a lot more sense than
I mean,
boat.
yeah, trackless makes a lot more
see?
sense. Yeah, just from that sort of artwork.
Oh, no, that does look like a boat, but
But it does look quite sinister, is all I'm going to say.
yeah, I think it's more likely to be trackless
Mm-hmm.
than a boat.
Yeah, all I want to do is ride along and then go, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's most misunderstood us all. So no, it sounds good to me. They have actually got some writing on this, so forgive me. It says, magic mirror on the wall, within his mirror realm sees all. For the bold who follow him through the glass, he promises reflections of what may come to pass. Interesting. And that is pretty much everything from Disney World. What I will quickly do is I'll run through everything that is happening in the international parks as well. So we've also got at Disney California Adventure, so much stuff is happening. So you've got the Avengers Campus expansion, which is happening. That is making fantastic progress and is due to open in 2028. Now that has 2 brand new attractions. One of them is Avengers Infinity Defense, which they've confirmed now has absolutely massive physical sets alongside the screens, and you're also going to be welcomed by Miss Marvel, and then you've also got part of the mission, so it's basically the Avengers versus King Thanos, which is a kind of variant of Thanos, who's even more deadly than the Thanos that we know from the Marvel Universe. But they've confirmed that you've got Jeremy Renner, Anthony Mackie, Chris Hemsworth and Robert Downey Jr. all reprising their roles as part of this ride. Sounds amazing. And then you've also got Stark Flight Lab, which is the sort of crazy arm thing that we've kind of seen. And again, Robert Downey Jr., Anthony Mackie, and Brie Larson are going to be your flight instructors for this particular ride.
Very nice.
I get the idea that maybe this is going to be a little bit more. I say it's going to be more tame, but I've seen the tests for it, and it looks insane. So I really don't know what to expect from both of these rides, but again, has me incredibly intrigued. We also got confirmation that in February 2027, the Remember Dreams Come True fireworks production show and the original World of Colour will return alongside Summer 2027. Magic Happens is returning as the parade.
Great parade. I absolutely love it.
We've also got the Coco-themed ride, which is going to be a classic family-friendly attraction, but they've also confirmed that it's going to walk you through the stories of Coco and Coco 2. So it's like Ernesto de la Cruz. He dies. He comes back. Is he alive? Is he alive? Is he dead? We don't know. But yeah, you're basically going to travel by boat through the land of the dead and Miguel's memory. And it's currently happening in the Paradise Gardens Park by Pixar Pier.
Lovely stuff.
It sounds awesome. We also got a much needed update when it comes to this, which is, and I think this is just something that's happening universally across the Disney parks, the Tomorrowland updates.
You can't say that, I don't think.
Yes, of course I can.
Universally.
Universally is an adverb, so I'm allowed to say it. But essentially, Tomorrowland is getting a major transformation over in Disneyland, California. They still haven't kind of given much detail when it comes to what they're going to be doing for it, but we know that we're getting a huge overhaul of a lot of the details. They want to obviously honour the legacy of that land, but they also want to make sure that they're moving it forward because it does seem a little bit outdated at the moment. Yeah. So, but saying that, we hop over to Tomorrowland in Disneyland Paris, and we've got Space Mountain is returning to its original route. So we're getting De la Terre à la Lune.
Whoa.
Which again doesn't have an absolute confirmation, but that is happening at the end of 2027. Hyperspace Mountain will be closing.
Okay.
Sticking in Paris, we've also got construction updates from the Lion King sort of ride log flume, and we've been told that we are getting a full-scale Scar sort of animatronic, which I think sounds awesome. Again, no confirmation on date on that one, which is a little bit annoying. Hopping over to Tokyo Disneyland, they are also bringing out Space Mountain Earthwise, which is a reimagined version of it. I don't know whether you've seen the artwork. It looks incredible. We've also got the brand new Avengers Pavilion, which is under construction at Hong Kong Disneyland, and is also going to feature the first Avengers Tower, which is going to headline a drop tower attraction. Again, to be confirmed. Sounds awesome. We've also got the first land that is purely dedicated towards Spider-Man, happening at Shanghai Disneyland Resort. And then also at Tokyo Disneyland, you've got Sugar Rush Sweet Rescue. God, so much alliteration. This is crazy. Which is the Wreck-It Ralph attraction that is coming to Disneyland as well. And that is opening in spring of 2027.
Gorgeous.
I will make a quick mention to everything coming to Cruise Line, and then we will wrap this up with all of these crazy updates, and you guys can tell us what you're most excited for. We are actually getting closer than you think an update on Disney Believe. Did you know this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work in the travel industry.
All right. But on October 7th, oh my gosh, she works in travel. Right. So on October 7th, we are getting a full kind of tease and reveal of what the Disney Believe is going to be like. We did get confirmation of the sort of bow and stern characters. So on the bow, we've got Tinkerbell. At the stern, we've got Buzz and Woody. And then also in the Grand Hall, you've got Moana, Hey Hey, and Pua.
I can't wait to see how big the Woody and Buzz are. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're obviously going to be bigger, but they're still going to be small. But I want to know how small is big and how big is small, you know?
They big boy toys.
Yeah, but I want to know, like, are we talking, how big are we talking?
Yeah,
that's
are
all
they
I want to
like
know.
Shaquille O'Neal tangled
foot?
Tangled foot?
Are they as big as a person?
Who knows?
No.
Who knows?
I
but we've also got a brand new class of ship, which is
Yes.
coming out in 2029 and 2030, which is going to add 3 more ships to the fleet.
Do you know how many ships they'll have by the end of 2030?
I want to say it's 12 or 13.
13.
Oh, I was
You're very
close. Thank you. And they're also going to be a bigger class than the Magic and the Wonder, but not as big as the Wish and the Adventure and the Treasure.
I had someone come into work the other day, and I was explaining Disney Cruise to them, and they were like, "So, like, what ship line is it?" I'm like, "Disney." They're like, "Yeah, but is it like Royal Caribbean?" I'm like, "Disney." They're like, wait, Disney have their own cruise? I'm like, yes, Disney Cruise Line, owned by Disney.
Yeah, this the cruise you need to be on.
Cruise, and I just was talking to them. I was getting goosebumps. I thought, I want you to go on a Disney Cruise again.
Yeah. So out of all these updates, then Chloe, what are you most excited for?
Oh, the new Disney Cruise Line ship. Very excited for that.
Yeah.
But in the parks, I think I'm really excited for the Monsters Inc. attraction and the Monsters Inc. land to open.
Yeah.
Really excited for that, and maybe I think I'm just looking not too far in the future. So I'm thinking also the Indiana Jones ride, Replacing Dinosaur. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I was going to say, at the moment, I am purely centered on Tropical Americas because I think that's going to be absolutely stunning. And I also think Tropical Americas is going to be one of those places that, I don't know, I think it's going to be really, really pretty at night as well. That's going to elongate my day at Animal Kingdom much more. And then Monstropolis, I don't actually think I've been as excited for a new land.
It's going to be amazing.
Ever. So
it's going to be so good.
So many updates coming, and this is also part of the reason why we haven't done an Inside the Gates recently, because we knew that all of these updates were coming. And
it's been a very alongside a very long Inside the Gates.
Yeah, and if anything, a little bit of a repetition, but please do let us know which land are you most excited for, which attraction are you most excited for. And next week we're going to be talking about everything in our upcoming trip, our preparations for Halloween Horror Nights, where we're staying, what we're doing, because this is arguably our most varied trip that we've ever done.
Yeah, I would say
a little bit
so.
more Universal centric than we normally do.
Yeah.
Lots of crossovers with people, which we're very excited for, but also some new stuff in there as well. Yeah,
and hopefully I can have more context for you guys on what I'm doing, which will make it all make sense.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to happen and we'll just be like, Chloe's doing this
surprise.
thing. Anyway, thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Parks and Pals, and we will see you next week.
See you then.
We can cry when it's over.